It's no news that John Dramani Mahama has started his work, and honestly, people on social media and even here in Ghana, everyone is saying, say, the 1 week of Mahama's presidency, Kamia Kwayesa is better than the entire 4 years of Akufo-Addo's presidency, and even the 4 years, the first 4 years of John Dramani Mahama, his first presidency, that was between 2012 to 2016. Now, one of the things you have to notice is that this particular John Dramani Mahama, his administration, he is not playing. Why am I saying that? You recall, say, a day after, and I said just 24 hours after he was sworn in as a president, the next day he went to work. He went to work, and also he basically got all the stakeholders to summon them for an emergency meeting about the looming power crisis because we had no oil, Ghana need oil. A bit me also staying here for the next even few months near the other, and also aside from that, other pressing issue. And one thing now, John Dramani Mahama, why is he here? Among for Bibri Air Casa, this means John Dramani Mahama, if he should continue in this tangent and in this particular way, it is going to be more than possible in Baumier's time. It's how this morning he released a press statement and as an order sacking all the board chairs and directors who were appointed by His Excellency, former President, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Now, what is really fascinating is that there are some key people in it. I mean, it's so popular that people never realize that these people were even appointed by His Excellency, the ex-president Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Now, I understand, say, many of these people, they knew that this day were coming, but they would see on the grounds and sentiment, they were saying that they never knew it was going to be so quick and so fast. So the question was, and Omufi said that next year and the next 5 years. Now, quickly, as I go into this particular list near the other, because key members like Ken, Gabiochida, let's put this release on the screens for you to know where exactly this is headed. Now, if you look at this particular thing closely, this is coming from the presidency communications, and it says notice of cessation of board membership of statutory boards, congregations, communications, and councils following presidential transition. So basically, one more as a appointee on board in the previous government in an Obia Kofi. Now, listen to this particular part. Or say, in accordance with the Presidential Transition Act 2012 Act 845, all members of the statutory boards, corporation, commissions, and councils appointed by the former president or former minister or of state cease to hold office on 7th January 2025, following assumption of office of His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama. So now what they are telling us is that all those people who were appointed by ex-president Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo and even ex-ministers and ex-state appointees, so all of them, they cease effectively to be board chairs. And if you are working January 7th, you need to go home. You need to pack your belongings because you are fired. Fired. You are fired because you are being you basically have been fired. Now, see, this serves as a formal notice to all affected members for the avoidance of doubt. This excludes commissions that are independent constitutional creations. So basically, everybody who was appointed by ex-president Akufo-Addo, you are sacked. But then limitations has to do with Ebimo die ya appointee omo president na appointee omo ni ade na say Ebimo ye independent constitutional creation omo die they can stay and later we'll figure out what to do with them. So in due course, the affected boards, commission, councils, and statutory corporations will be reconstituted according to their respective enabling laws. And this particular administration party say in no time, they will replace all of these people. They will announce the people who will be replacing all of these board chairs. The president takes this opportunity to thank all affected members for their service and wishes them well in their future endeavors. President John Dramani Mahama for all that they've done to help the nation. The management of these bodies are directed until further notice to seek clearance from the chief of staff before taking any major decisions. And this was directed by undertaken by a spokesperson of the presidency, Felix Kwachi Ofosu. So basically, this is exactly what is really going on now. Aside from everything I was telling you, say there are some key people who have been fired. Now, if we enter screen, so what you are seeing on the screens are these and our former appointees. who have been sacked basically by this particular letter by one of them, Kwame Sefakan. Kwame Sefakan happens to be a board chair of the Ghana Gas. Kwame Sefakan, with immediate effect, you are fired. Go home because you were Juma now, say Boagana. We thank you so much, but then you are fired and we don't need your services again. The second person, Paul Adom Ochre. Paul Adom Ochre, one of the board chairs at Ghana Airports Authority. He too, with immediate effects, please, we are saying go home. You have been fired. Elizabeth Ohene happens to be the former graphic online contributor and daily graphic contributor. She was appointed as one of the snake chairs. Unfortunately, she is also fired. Kennedy Agyapong, who was also a board chair of the Ghana Gas. I'm sorry, Ken, you are fired. Now, for Kennedy Agyapong, no person resigned the last year, and ye partner chosa because I saw no Ghana Gas no nyaki. What you say? Or kokra allowance the man creating me tofu man, but they begged him to stay. So Ken, thank you so much for your service, but unfortunately, maybe I didn't do it. Kennedy Agyapong, I'm very, very sorry, but then you are fired. You are fired. Now, that is not the only people and I'm fired because there are quite a number of people who are also serving on other boards who have also been fired. Now, let's put this on the screen because but then Ernest Owusu Bempa, who was also one of the board of Ghana Gas. Ernest Owusu Bempa, you are fired. You are fired. Also, Ernest Addison, who happens to be the governor of the Bank of Ghana. I don't know about him, but then you are fired or fired soon. Kweku Sechi Ado, who happens to be a National Communications Authority, or boss, you are fired. John Boyd, who happens to be the Director Ghana of SIGA, appointee by President Akufo-Addo, you are fired. So, it is a very good news because all of these people are going home. These people were appointed by ex-president Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. And then, funny enough, the party said, "Baby, I didn't do no." We thank them. You see, John Dramani Mahama was even kind with his words. So, "Oh, yeah, that was for your service to the nation, for what you've done, for how you've helped us." What I say, but then now we need new people to take over. Sinebea, they can enable the resetting agenda by His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. By His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Now, this is not the only thing that you have to also notice because at the end of the day, one of the things you also have to put in mind is that there are certain key people who also have to go home. I'm talking about IGP Dampare. I'm talking about EC Chair Jemensa. Many people are said your Mijuma and Sonia or more certain positions the government can change or mono. It's a work in progress, WIP, and very soon, I'm sure that the president in due time, in due course, will also bring out another letter and saying, Jemensa, you are what? Fired. We also say, IGP Dampare, you are what? Fired. We also say, Chief Justice Tokonu, you are what? Fired. We also say, Attorney General, you are what? Fired. We also say, Special Prosecutor Kisie Jabin, you are what? Fired. Hey, I yet the same kutu. Ube kofi, emre yendi enkaso. That is it. Emre yendi enkaso. Now no obi ba TV station. Ono say on nam krum ono hu se sami jenfi enam. And a police for motorcade edinechi. I want a bone team say, hey, ampa say power sampa. Power has changed. Power has shifted. And now MPP for no your borough. You doom light here be so mu own timetable. Hey, Eslowusu. Enye ni hu nyenyenyenyenyenyenye sa nyenyenyenyenyenyenye petre sa Eslowusu Communications Ministry data ye hu su Ghana phone hu su ono so yasakene. Power has shifted. Emre yendinka so you need the same. Whatever happens, more updates on this issue.